Before this video starts, I want to give a massive shout out to all my channel members. If you want to receive a shout out, then become a channel member today and you'll be shown on screen like all these other channel members here. Anyways, enjoy the video. In version 15.2, we get to see the addition of a brand new Great Advent unit, this unit being Newspaper Cat and its evolution, Sales Cat. This unit is acquired from the Austrinity Great Advent, which you can learn more about in the video in the corner here after watching this video. In this video, I want to go over this unit's kit and see how strong they are. Before we start, like, comment, subscribe, the whole ordeal. The footage as well as the stats of the unit will be discussed at level 50 because of how late this unit is acquired at. To begin, let's take a look at Newspaper Cat's stats. At level 50, they sport 21,000 health and deal 13,500 damage with 2.9k DPS. They sport a multi-hit that each deals 6,750 damage, with the first hit landing between 1 to 331 range, and the second hit landing between 230 to 430 range. They sport a standing range of 330, a cost of 750, a cooldown of 7.87 seconds, and a speed stat of 25 with 2 knockbacks. They sport insane damage versus Relic and Aku while sporting Curse and Surge immunity. By looking at their stats, their role becomes fairly obvious. They're a spammable rusher unit that deals a gigantic amount of damage to Relic and Aku enemies. With their insane damage ability, they deal an effective 67,500 damage with 14k DPS against them. This damage output is very impressive of a unit for this type. Compared to Slapsticks, the other semi-spammable Relic attacker with range, Newspaper sports almost 2.5 times the damage while having double the DPS, meaning Newspaper is able to pile on damage way faster than Slapsticks. In terms of spammable dedicated Aku attackers, Gridiron is really the only option, but it's very much on the weaker side. Newspaper Cat further highlights the difference in damage between the two. Newspaper's matchups into Relic and Aku enemies is extremely solid thanks to a combination of their standing range and immunities to Curse and Surge. Having 330 standing range allows them to outrange a wide host of Aku and Relic enemies, including Medusan, Condemned Pang, Midnight D, Relic Bun Bun, and M-Os, just to name a few of the bigger targets. Because of how each of their attacks are timed, even if they knock back an enemy on the first hit, they can usually get their second hit to land on an enemy. Also, because of the fact that they sport multi-hit, they could still score a solid damage against enemies with an Aku shield if the first hit breaks the shield. While they sport 330 standing range, they could still use stepping stones to hit a decent amount of targets that are just out of reach. This is thanks to them having 100 piercing range on their second hit against enemies like Fallen Bear. This hit still deals a solid 33,000 damage. Something that is of note is the fact that their first hit's LD begins at 1 range. That means if the unit gets close to the enemy base, it will start hugging the base by being ahead of all of your other units. This can be a slight issue at the start of stages where you have built up a stack of them. This unit's also able to be used in the extremely powerful Cone and Euro combo, as now the two of them have a really high damaging dedicated spammable attacker for Relic and Aku. Their Surge immunity could also be very handy in their matchups against several Aku that either sport Surge or have the Death Surge ability, allowing stacks of them to stay alive for longer. This immunity is also useful against the likes of Esoteric Euro for Infernal Tower re-clears, seeing as they only have 300 standing range. They also work as a general Surge immune attacker alongside the likes of Little King Dragon, and for their Pierce and range, they are by far the best unit to use as a general Surge immune attacker. There is one stage that I feel is extremely notable for this unit's value, this being against Heinous Road. This stage is easily one of the most difficult stages in the entire game, thanks to its combination of extremely hard pushing bosses, especially the likes of Malevolent Jamira, and a lack of hard hitting options. This unit, however, effectively solves the issue of a lack of damage that a ton of players may have for this stage. The LD on them also has the bonus of being able to snipe the Malevolent Dark by using Mohawk as a stepping stone. Their Curse immunity also means that if they do get hit by Malevolent Dark, their extremely high damage output can't get shut down. Seeing as this stage becomes significantly easier with this unit, then it should tell you how it makes plenty of other Relic and Aku heavy stages a whole lot easier. So, how good is Newspaper Cat? To put it simply, extremely good. Their stats against Relic and Aku help further melt the two traits alongside the likes of Cone and Ural, and they have enough stats to act as a spammable Surge immune attacker against specific enemies like Saint Dober. However, this unit is locked behind an extremely difficult Advent boss, but the reward is more than worth it. With all that said, I want to thank you for watching this analysis of Newspaper Cat. If you thought this insight was interesting, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Battle Cat's content, and comment down below your thoughts on them. I'd love to hear what you all think. Also, shout out to the following channel members: Dr. Deadly, Gamet, Virus Apero, Just a Shark, Gross Cat the Ultra, Potato King, Atsushi, King Wolf, Clamorous, Barely Grover, Jade Rabbit, Mustafa, Janet Altenberg, Tentacle Gaming, I May Be Dumb, I'm Too Few, Alex Dudurex, and Carlos Fabian for being silver members or higher. If you want to receive a shout out like these channel members here, to become a silver member or higher today, becoming a channel member supports what I do in a way that helps keep the lights on and allows me to continue making content for all of you to watch. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day.